So we are starting this new series about the ultimate guide to love and relationships. I asked a few patients what would you like our seminar to be about, and I asked also our team, and all of them agree on doing something around relationships. So I created this series, to provide you tools and framework with which you can have deeper connection with others and improve relationships and solve a conflict and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if you are single or a couple or families or professional, you're gonna learn something from it, because we need relationship in everything. And I'm sure you heard me saying no man is an island. So you can't live just by yourself. You need others around you, and we connect with others through relationships. So we all need these tools to be able to function within, within a family, within work, within business, with clients, with customer. Of course, the focus will be, around romance and love and romantic relationship. But again, because you're going to learn about conflict resolution and insecurities and stuff like that. So I think it's beneficial for everyone. And for couples, any couple, like gay couple, straight couple, homosexual, heterosexual, like anyone will benefit, because it is the same techniques that can apply within any relationship. So even if while I'm talking, I focus on, straight couple, this doesn't mean that, gay couple will not be able to apply them. And then when I start any series, people ask me, okay, give us few references or books that we can read to know more about these topics. So I think in the market, there is so many books about relationships and the marriage and the couples and stuff like that. But I think these one of the best 3 books, like especially this one, the 7 principles for making marriage work. So it is written by psychologist John Gottman. And this guy, he runs, hundreds of retreats and workshops for couples, and wrote so many books about relationships and did hundreds of research around this area. And this book is a New York Times bestseller. Also, this book gives you, like knowledge, and also is a workbook too. But this one give you like a little bit of knowledge, but mainly like workbook and question. So this one is good too. And the third one, which is questions for couple, it is mainly just a question, like question you can ask each other, and take turns in asking each other this question. It's gonna help build trust and connection. So again, the 7 principles for making marriage work, couple therapy workbook, and the question for couple. I like the 3 of them. And most of the exercises we are gonna run the discussion about is from these books. I was thinking what I'm gonna include in this series, and I thought these are the main important point that I believe every couple should work on or reflect on or discuss. For example, they need to, work on how to renew love, excitement, euphoria, and friendship, especially at the first stage of relationships. You'll find lots of excitement, connection, love, comfort. And then down the road, these feeling reduce little by little. So we need to have some tools on how to renew these feelings. And this will be the focus for this session. Also, we're going to learn in future sessions how to show acceptance, empathy, and emotional intimacy. And we're going to learn how to address culture of their family of origin. Everyone grow in a different family. Every family have different values and the different personalities and the different likes and dislikes. So sometimes the differences in the families that you grow up in will create conflict. So we need to understand this. Also, realize a difference in personality, temperament, spirituality, and values in life. This is an important point too. Another thing is identify, this is like a CBT, identify distorted thoughts about relationships, negative core beliefs about relationships, and assumption. So if you are starting in a relationship and you assuming that all men are rude and nothing gonna work, or all women are unfaithful, or any irrational distorted thoughts or beliefs gonna ruin the relationship, or you always think black and white, my partner is the best partner, best husband in the world, or my partner is the worst husband in the world. If you think black and white, it's gonna ruin the relationship. Discounting the positive and all the cognitive behavioral things that we talked about, it also it's not just affect our mental health, it affects the relationship. Also, we need to learn how to handle conflict and the blocks of communications, and finding common grounds, and handle defensiveness. So we will talk about these stuff too. Also, an important part of relationship is sexual intimacy. So we learn how to talk about this stuff. Another thing I thought about is the definition of fidelity or infidelity. Especially these days, you see multiple romantic relationship at the same times, or they call it polyamorous relationship, I guess. So these are multiple relationships that occur within with having consent from all partners. For some people will see this as infidelity. Some people will see this as fun, and this bring excitement and improve our sexual intimacy. For some, yeah, as I mentioned, some people see it as infidelity. So we need, within a relationship, what is the fidelity? What is the boundaries? What are the lines that we cannot cross? Also, we need to discuss parenting and parenting styles. Also, how to keep romance and joy alive within a relationship. How to be grateful in a relationship. This is an important point. People are easy to pick up like negative traits of our partners, but how to experience gratitude with the positive things you see in them, and share respect. Learn the importance of letting go and apology and the forgiveness. And I'm sure you heard me talk about letting go is important for everything, and this is a big chapter in my book. Non-attachment. Coping with the challenges and the loss. This is an important thing too. There will be challenges all the time, and there will be loss all the time, like unemployment, sickness, challenges with your kids. Stressors will be around all our life, and as you believe, Buddha mentioned that life is suffering, so you find challenges everywhere. So how are we going to cope with that, and how we share our dreams and the goals for future? So these are the things that I was thinking about when creating this series. And our exercise one is, what else? What else do you think I should include in this series? Or what else do you think is important in a relationship? And also give me 3 things that you think are very important from this list. So exercise 1 is, give me 3 things that you think are very important in this list, and what else we should include. And this is gonna help me a lot in creating the future presentations. So I'm gonna go through all of them very quick. How to renew love and euphoria and excitement, how to show acceptance and empathy, how to address differences in personality, temperament, spirituality, and values. How to identify distorted way of thinking and the negative core beliefs, how to handle conflict and the blocks of communication, how to talk about sexual intimacy, definition of fidelity and boundaries, how to keep romance, how to experience gratitude within the relationship, and learning non-attachment and letting go, and the coping with the challenges and the loss. And the last one is sharing dreams and goals. So again, exercise one would be, tell me what are the most important 3 points out of all of them, and what else should I include? Exercise number two. So exercise number two is a tool you need within relationships, which I call is weekly check-in. So I believe every couple, and you should, if you are not, let's say, you see a couple at work or in your family, and you want to help them, give them this exercise. Tell them, guys, you need to do this exercise or this activity once a week. So these are the questions you're gonna take turn and ask each other these questions. So I think every couple should ask each other once a week these questions. Tell me one thing you really enjoyed this week. Tell me one thing was very challenging this week. And then what can I do to make your life easier next week? So tell me something you enjoyed this week. Tell me something was very challenging this week. Tell me something I can do to make your life easier next week. Tell me something make you laugh this week. Tell me something was bothering you this week. Tell me something you were most thankful about this week. Tell me something you learned this week, something new you learned this week. Tell me something, what did you enjoy doing at work this week? What did you dislike about work this week? And then there is a scaling or a scoring system for this question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you score our sexual intimacy, and how we can make it better next week? Also on a score from 1 to 10, how do you rate our emotional connection, and how do we can make it better next week? Another question is on a scale from 1 to 10, how we can make how do you score our friendship? Because and each couple should be friends too, or best friends. So how would you score our relationship and ability to have fun and enjoy each other company? And then how we're gonna make it better next week? So I believe this is a very important exercise. Once a week, at least, we need to do this exercise. For today, if you are in a relationship, try to answer this question. And if you want to share it with us, that would be great. Of course, you don't have to share, the very personal stuff like sexual intimacy, emotional connection, but, you can share with us within the relationship, like, what did you enjoy this week? What was it challenging? What was bothering you? What make you laugh? What are you grateful for? What's something you learned this week? Okay. Even if you are in a relationship, or if you are not in a relationship and you are single now, still you need to know yourself. You can't know others without knowing yourself. And I want you to get the habit of knowing yourself, like to reflect. It's like journal, but we should journal every day, but at least let's do it once a week. And when we journal, we ask ourselves, what was good about this week? What was challenging about this week? What I like, what I didn't like, what I am thankful for, what did I learn? How about my work? What's something I like about my work this week? Something I don't like about my work this week? Okay. And so again, this exercise is not just for partners to answer this question. If you are not in a relationship, you still, can we make it mute, please? Can we mute it? So weekly check-in, we need to do this exercise. And again, for today, if you are in a relationship or you are not in a relationship, you still is able to answer this question, because this question, when you answer them and you get the habit of answering them, it will be easier for you when you are in a relationship to tell your partner if you are feeling good about something, feeling bad about something, feeling grateful, learn something new, don't like something new, something like that. But when you are discussing this question, we want to create a connection ritual. Um, so I suggest when once a week when you do these exercises, like try to put a relaxing music, prepare a soothing drink. Um, but we can do this exercise after you put kids to sleep. Dim the light or light a candle. Try to be open and respectful and non-judgmental, and give your partner a hug and a smile before the start the conversation and also after the end of the conversation. Okay, because until you look at this question, you say, "Oh, you're good. Yeah, I want to talk to my partner about emotional connection, and we're not friends anymore, and sex is not pleasurable anymore, and yeah, it's good to talk about these stuff, but these stuff will bring also sometimes fights and arguments, and it is your fault, it is my fault, and so we need to learn before starting this. We create a relaxing environment with music and some drinks, and dim the light a little bit. We hug and smile before we start, and we hug and smile after we end. Okay. Another thing we're gonna learn today is you remember the first thing that we were talking about, when I told you couples should reflect on how to renew love, excitement, and euphoria. So we need to reflect on this part, which recall how did we fall in love, and there is a quote here or a saying, say, ecstasy cannot last, but it can carve a channel for something lasting. So we understand there will be excitement at the beginning, but the excitement will go down a little bit, but it's gonna create a channel for something lasting. So we wanna, as much as we can, renew the excitement, euphoria, connection, recall the comfort, calmness, and the positive energy when the relationship started. So how are we gonna build this? The same thing. You can do this exercise. Choose a day to do this exercise. Allocate like 30-minute relaxing music, dim the light, hug your partner, start the conversation. Then after the conversation, uh, give your partner a smile and a hug. But how are we gonna renew this excitement? I think this question will help you to renew the excitement. So I'll go through this question very quick. Like, do you remember the first time we met? What was the first thing you noticed about me? What were your first impression of me? Even sometimes, it's in relationship, the first impression is not that great, but then you become friends, then you like the person, then love kick in and so on. So even the first impression, when you have this discussion, it doesn't matter. You can use humor to answer this question, even if the first impression, the first time was met was challenging a little bit. When did you know you had fallen in love with your partner? And do you remember who said "I love you" first? I was asking my wife this question. Tell me, of course you. And so you see the voice tone. You can go into a fight right away. So yeah, of course me. What was about me that you fell in love with? Um, and then what do you like the most about me now? And when do you feel closest to me now? And ask your partner, do I show you often enough that I still love you? Like, do I show my love and excitement? Can we do what can we do to make our relationship feel new and exciting? I think the last one is the most important one, because even if like because I used this exercise with one couple before, and it was uh, yeah, I don't feel close to him anymore. He doesn't show love to me anymore, and I don't know even if he loved me or not. And I don't. I'm questioning even when we started this relationship. Did I fell in love with him, or was it just you know uh, uh, going into this direction because we were doing the same school and stuff? So anyway, whatever, where is your level or how you're going to answer this question, make sure at the end how we're going to make our relationship better. Feel new, feel euphoria, excitement, and love. So for the exercise for this one is, tell me what else could partner do to renew excitement, love, euphoria, and the connection. So my idea for this is just to have a discussion about the love and the euphoria and to renew the excitement. But if you have other ideas, let us know what should partners do to renew excitement, love, euphoria, and the connection. And if you are currently in a relationship and you would like to answer these questions and share it with us, it's all good. But the main part, tell me some tips on how we can renew, because we're going to learn from each other. And again, while you are answering this question, if you want to tell me about your current relationship, when did you first met, what's the first thing you noticed, and what is the first impression, and these stuff, go ahead and do it. Another important part within relationship is friendship. Couples should be friends, and they need to learn how to create healthy friendship. And there is a saying here, I'm sure all of you know this philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, or Nietzsche. This guy who talk a lot about nihilism. I like him. I read a lot for him, for this philosopher, but I don't recommend reading for him. Like, if you have depression or thoughts about harming yourself, like, don't read for him. He's good. He has his, but he talks a lot about nihilism and stuff like that. I don't see this beneficial for patients struggling with depression. But anyway, I like this quote. He was saying, it is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. Again, it's not lack of love. Even we said love and excitement and euphoria is good, and we try to renew it as much as we can. But what will be lasting is the friendship. And he believes it is not the lack of love, it is the lack of friendship that make unhappy marriages. Okay, so tell me how we're going to renew the friendship. It's the same thing. We will have this connection rituals. When you decide to do this exercise with your partner, dim the light, create a relaxing environment, try not to be judgmental, try to respect, reflective listening, be understanding. And then you ask each other these questions. So do you think I make spending time with you a priority? This is an important question. Do I show enough interest in your activities? Do you think that I'm able to consider your point of view and make compromises and try to find common grounds? Do I treat you with enough respect and consideration? So why are we asking this question? Because this question are going to create a healthy friendship between partners. So, and even between friends, you need to make time to see them. You need to be interested in what they are interested in. Like, the definition of friendship is two people have common interest. You need to make some compromises for the relationship friendship to continue. And you need to listen and consider their point of view. There has to be respect all the time. Are you able to share your likes and dislikes and the dreams with me? It's very important for partner to be able to share, even if the dreams and hopes and goals is completely different, but at least we share it with each other. Okay. Then you ask them, are you ever hurt by things I say to you? And do I act like I value what you bring in my life? And the last question, are you able to have as much fun with me as you do with your friends? So I think these are the questions that can help you build a healthy relationship. So again, do I make spending time with you a priority? Do I show enough interest in what you do? Do I consider your point of view? Do I show enough respect and consideration? Are you able to share with me everything you think about, whatever you like it or you don't like it? Do I act like I value what you bring into life? And are you able to have much fun with me, the same as you have fun with your friends? So exercise number 4 is, what else could partner do to create a healthy friendship? According to this slide, if we have this conversation, we will able to create healthy friendship. But if you have other ideas that can help create healthy friendship, let me know. So we are done with our presentation, but I will go through all the exercises one more time. Then Brooklyn will run the discussion. So the first part of the presentation was what couples should do to make the relationship better. It's just a general question. And I give ideas like try to renew love, show acceptance, understand the difference in personality, like identify any irrational way of thinking, like try to learn tools to solve conflict and handle conflict and blocks of communication, talk about sexual intimacy, where is the boundaries within our relationship, how to keep romance and joy alive, how to experience gratitude, learning new things, coping with challenges and loss, sharing dreams and likes and dislikes. So what else do you think is important to build a healthy relationship? Exercise number 2 is answer these weekly check-in questions. Yeah, so these are questions to share with your partner. But for the sake of our seminar today, you don't have your partner with you, and even if you are single, it is important to answer this question. What did you enjoy this week? What was it challenging this week? And you're gonna feel comfort, and you're gonna feel more, joy and connection and self-love when you answer this question. And then you will get it when you will understand. When you answer this question today with us, you will feel how important they are and how they're going to be very important in relationships. So tell us about something bothering you this week. Tell us something make you laugh or smile this week. Tell us something you are thankful for this week. And tell us about something you learned new this week. What did you like about the work this week? What you didn't like about the work this week? These are personal questions, about sexual intimacy, emotional connection, and friendship. So this is the first exercise. If you believe, these are the questions you need to answer. And then there is a questions about falling in love, and this exercise tells you what else could partner do to renew excitement, love, and euphoria. So how we create this excitement and love, we can do the exercise. You do this exercise with partner, but tell me more ideas how we can renew the excitement that is usually in the honeymoon stage and it fade away gradually. Friendship, how you become friends, or how can you create healthy friendship. I told you about this exercise. These are the requirement for healthy friendship. You need to have common interests. You need to put it a priority to spend time with your friend. There has to be respect and consideration, and you are able to share what you like and dislike. You don't say things that hurt your friend, and you value what your friend is bringing to your life. These are the things that create healthy friendship. So exercise number 4, what else could partner do to create or help grow their friendship? I'll give you 5 minutes to think about these exercises. For sake of time, you can choose 2 or 3 only to answer, and Brooklyn will run the discussion.